Okay, we have a new segment. This new segment is called Possibly Awesome Ideas I Came Up With During a Blackout Drunk at the TV Guide Showrunners Party. Yo. Sometimes TV Guide has a party, and they invite all the smarties that make the TV, like Shonda Rhimes, and Dan Harmon gets invited some of the time, except for season 4, and he'll never forget it. But now he's back, and he's at the table because Rick and Morty showed them all I was able, so I get to sit there and get real drunk, and I talk too loud, and I feel bad the next morning. There's a little iced tea in there.
Yeah. You're about to get sued 3 times now.
Well, you know, that's just business. So I came up with this idea. Like Chris McKenna was there. I asked him. I don't know. I wrote it down. I was like, I'm so proud of this idea. I have no idea how we could, I was like, okay, so it's a dystopian premise. It's called Peak Hitler. Peak oil. It's it because it's in the future where what I wrote down is, but this guy was drunk. It's like a world where temporally oligarchic corporations draw oil from the subcutaneous residue of a supposedly infinite supply of Hitlers. Supposedly. So it's like in the future they find out that like there's everyone right under their scalp or between their skull and their brain or maybe right between their scalp and their skull, who knows, or maybe at the base of their spine. But it's just everyone has like just a tiny little bit of oil that you could use to run a car,
like sperm whales used to have, like the giant gallons of
yeah,
like lamp oil.
So a corporation goes like, look, we have time travel now. And there are infinite timelines. Raise your hand if you're against drilling into Hitler. And everyone's like, that's the cold open of the movie. Everyone's like, nice. Okay. And they're like, the lack of nays have it. Mobile Time Warner will commence with its Hitler oil campaign. And then it goes 3080. And then there's like, because I think
did they keep going back in time and drilling into the same Hitler, or are there more than one?
There's infinite Hitlers.
Infinite Hitlers.
Like every time Hitler does or doesn't slip in the shower or take an art class or whatever, like he becomes a technically different Hitler from the from all the other Hitlers.
Oh, okay.
But they're all Hitler. Therefore,
so you got quantum
and infinite oil is infinite oil, baby. It doesn't matter if you get 1 drop per Hitler. And so you see the process, but that's the ordinary world. And then the threshold you cross is like there's a technician who's like he encounters like it's like the question of like I think this guy was I don't know if this guy was going to end up being that bad a Hitler.
One of the alternate Hitlers.
Yeah, he's like that's like the
Hitler that was a good artist.
It's like Project X with Matthew Broderick. Matthew Broderick is the guy who's in charge of like, or Minority Report. It's like it's like any other you have a guy who's in charge of doing this thing, and this is the way the world works: is you take a Hitler, you put like a transparent plastic dome on his head. Like while he's walking down an alleyway in Austria or something, and he's like, oh, God in Himmel, and you're like, look, I know you can't understand me, but trust me, you're Hitler, and like this is gonna hurt you more than it's gonna hurt my car. Oh, God in Himmel, and then it's like the title sequence and. I know I have a lot of cold opens in this movie, but but then the threshold is like a guy is like there's like a guy, I don't know, like the drill bit breaks or something, and then it's like something goes wrong, and then Hitler starts running, and the guy's like, God damn it, we gotta fucking.
Is it like a Matrix?
This is temporal. CME number 752. We got a runner. I'll get him, and he like chases him back to Hitler's apartment, and he's like, let me in there, Hitler. You're fucking Hitler. I know you don't get that. And he's like, 99919. And he's like, I'm kicking down that fucking door, Hitler. I'm kicking it down. I don't care if you have a Walther P38 under your mattress.
Nice.
I bet you will try to shoot me because you're Hitler. But it won't matter because and it kicks down the door and then the camera pushes on just an adorable Hitler. Like
who do you cast as adorable Hitler? Who's the actor?
Well,
don't get sued a fourth time.
And probably not Hugh Jackman, but at the same time, I don't know. Like, and it's well, let's just put a pin in that.
Okay.
But it's like the point is like it's maybe it's a CG Hitler. Maybe it's like Gollum. You create a Hitler so that you can get really accurate.
I think you put like a Jake Gyllenhaal or a Tobey Maguire in there. I think you make it like a...
Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah, Tobey Maguire is good. I like that.
Yeah, Tobey.
Oh no, Elijah Wood.
Who?
Oh yeah.
Elijah Wood.
Oh man.
Okay. That's our Hitler.
Guys, we got our Hitler. So it pushes on him, and he's doing, fill in the blanks. This is, I'm a structure guy. I'm a dialogue guy. I'm not a fucking, I don't care about the details. He's like, he's got a kitten. Or he's like, he's like setting fire to sonnets that he wrote to some areas. He's like, he's doing something that this guy is like, it violates. Just give me 1 second. Whatever he sees when he kicks down that door, it's specifically in the first 15 pages of the script. It said that this is not how Hitlers work.
Right.
Like they don't have
that was my
feelings.
Question. My question is, what set this one of these infinite Hitlers? What set him off on a different, more adorable?
This is that wooden ball that comes down the minority tube. That's like I thought the trans cognitives. I thought they didn't make mistakes or whatever. I thought Hitlers didn't have pets. I thought they loved racism.
And he says, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just me. Like, no, you're one of a million possible Hitlers.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, why is that a bad thing? And
the guy's like he just hears like, I don't know if they had sirens back then, but and then he just goes like, and it like shoots him with a silencer. But like, and you think he just killed him, but then it turns out he like put him in a bag and he takes him to a field and he sets him free. It's not about that Hitler. It's about an industry running on infinite Hitlers and the idea of if there are infinite Hitlers, then it's the idea that we've run out of bad Hitlers. That's the thing. It's like the fucking still corporate greed. Like in a world of infinite timelines, they've taken oil out of all of the bad Hitlers. They've created a universe, a multiverse, in which the only thing remaining are average Hitlers.
Right. But the head of the oil company is saying, look, we can still get away with even mining oil out of good Hitlers because they're still Hitlers, and there's somebody that works underneath that person. It's like, no, we're now just dealing with regular people now, just regular good Hitlers. Is the Hitler, is one of the good Hitlers, is Elijah Wood Hitler the protagonist of this, or is the oil industry guy that sets those Hitlers free?
Elijah Wood as Hitler is the polar ice caps, he's like or oil,
Right.
It's like it does it. He's like the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park. Certainly part of the draw. Definitely on the poster.
Is there a Jeff?
The protagonist.
Is there a Jeff Goldblum character who steps in and says, "I think what you're doing is unethical"?
Yes. All right.